Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Miss Honeydrop, also known as Yanifa Yejim. I'll be talking about the whole issue of Aboru that's been on the internet for about a week now, or maybe less. But before we get into the story of the origin of Aboru, make sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. Instagram, TikTok, even on here. What are you waiting for, really? If I have the number of people who view my videos as followers, yeah, we'll be doing something great for the Sheshe community, won't we? If you need to do any tarot reading, Ifa divination, you know who to speak to. Text me. Your girl, Yanifa Yedu, will get it sorted for ya. Anyway, in the next clip, you're going to see just a little bit about Tope Alabi's song, what she said, and how that's created a bit of chaos. Take a look.
Aboru Aboye, Aboru Aboye, èmi l'Aboru, èmi l'Aboye, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, àbíyè ni mí, orúkọ mi nìyẹn, Aboru ni mí, Aboye ni mí, mo dẹ́bọ̀, moru, moye, 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 moru.
So now that we've seen the video, what do you think? What do we all think? There are a number of people, or should I say fraction of people, who think there's nothing wrong with what she said. There are others who think she had no business saying that. And I fall into the category of those who think she actually shouldn't have sang with Aboru, Aboye, Aboshishe. It's a greeting for Babalawos and the Yanifas, not for just any random person to use. Anyway, I'll get into the story. The Odu father talks about it and how the old saying came to be in the first place. But for those who don't understand Yoruba, I'll do my best to translate it in English. You know, I'll break it down. But I'm definitely going to be saying the Odufa in Yoruba. In the Odu Ogundameji, Ifani tabaji kama akira eni rere. Ifani tabaji kama akira eni rere. Moji mo ki baba, moji mo ki yeye, moji mo ki Olúwa mi èjì oko tó filẹ̀ f'Olówu tẹ̀dó. Erin abapá wọn, erin abẹsẹ̀ wọn, erin afàtẹ́lẹ̀ ẹsẹ̀, gbòòrò gidi, ọ̀tá rírí ọdẹ ọlọ́fin, ọ̀tá èrì ọdẹ ọlọ́fin, ọ̀tá mátàṣé ọdẹ ọlọ́fin, ọ̀tá rírí ta ó ta olúwo sétí igbó, ọ̀tá èrì ta ó ta òrògbòdú ẹ̀fọ̀n wọ́ sí pọ̀rọ̀pọ̀rọ̀ odò, ọ̀tá mátàṣé ta ó ta àṣù erin fọwọ́ lélẹ̀ nígbà gidi ọlọ́fin. Now this story is talking about the 3 hunters that Olofin had, who go hunting for him and all that. And basically back in the days, Olofin is like the ruler of a clan, of a village, basically a king. So these guys, one of them is that they've got 3 names: Otariri, Otairi, and Otamatashe. Otamatashe, while he went hunting, got a big elephant. Elephant is known as Erin. And this elephant, while, he was in pain and moved in a very, how do I say this? Very frantic manner, for lack of better ways to say it. It was a bit unsettled and scattered, and then just found his way to land in front of the Olofin's palace. When the Olofin saw this, he asked what could the meaning of this be? An elephant from the deep forest just suddenly find its way to the front of my house. That's weird. Anyway, he asked them to open the belly of this elephant, the stomach area. When they did, they found a big calabash in it. Inside that calabash, there was a baby. And that baby had the palms closed as such. And in each palm, as they opened it, they found ikinfa in it. 8 on one hand, 8 on the other, making 16 ikinfa. This is why today we use 16 ikinfa for didafa, that ikin that you put on your hand as such. Anyway, he wanted to understand what the omens and signs of all this event meant and started asking Babalawos to come to his house. They took turns. This one would come, that one would come. But no one really understood what was going on or what the cause was. And the thing is, the moment you do not understand, they just lock you up. They lock you up, basically. And this happened over and over. And then it was Orumila's turn. Before he embarked on the journey, he did a dafa, which he always does when he's going on any journey in general. And this dafa, the Babalawo that dafa for him told him, before you go, or rather when you get there, I think he had to do some ebo, but when he got to very close to the Olofin's palace, there's a river. He was told he would find 3 women there. One of them is called Aboru. The second one is called Aboye. The third one is called Iboshishe. He was asked to have a chicken and he should split it between them, which he did. When he got there, he said, hello, Aboru mo ki o, oku odo. Aboye mo ki o, oku odo. They all looked up and was like, who is this one calling their name? I don't know you. And then the last person, Iboshishe mo ki o, oku odo. And then he gave one of them the leg, or should I say the lap of the chicken, gave the other one another leg to the lap of the chicken, and then the third one, what Yoruba will call ige, I think is around between the chest to the arm part of the chicken. They accepted it and they thought to themselves, meaning he knows what was expected of him. That's what I wanted to say. And as a result of that, they told him, so you're one of those who are going to the Olofin's palace, right? Because everyone has been going and coming. Some have been able to make it out. Most have not come back. And he said yes. And they told him, okay, when you get to the palace, you'd find a woman at the gate sitting on a stool. Push that woman off the stool, an elderly woman. Push her off the stool. Remove the stool from where it's been placed. You'll find something there. And that is where you should put your osun. There's a thing, a metal. It's a metal in Ifa, it's Anorisha on its own as well. I'm going to talk about it someday. I'll try and get a picture. Osun, not Oshun, not Osun, Osun. He should put the metal there, which he did. He followed the instruction. And when he got to the Olofin's palace, he was the only person who was able to tell Olofin what his problem was, the meaning of the omen, the elephant, the baby, the ikifa, the problem the Olofin even had. Because that elderly woman that was sitting at the front of the gate had a lot to do with some of the things, if not all of the things he was going through, and he needed solution. So basically, when he succeeded in that journey, on his way back, He came to say thank you to Aboru, Aboye, Iboshishe. Notice I did not say Aboru, Aboye, Aboshishe. Their name originally was pronounced as Aboru, Iboye, Iboshishe. And he asked them to marry him because they didn't have husbands anyway. He said he wanted to remember them, so they should join his household, which they agreed to. These 3 women followed Orunmila back to the house, and it said, from this day forward, when anyone comes to look for me, you have to first of all greet all 3 of them before even asking about him. So there is no, you have to go through the toll gate, basically. They're the toll gate. You have to honor them before you can have access to Orunmila. So when people get to Orunmila's house, they'll say, mo ṣẹlẹ̀ Aboru o Orunmila, mo ṣẹlẹ̀ Aboye o Orunmila, mo ṣẹlẹ̀ Aboshishe o Orunmila. And he would answer from inside, Ogbo ato asure iworiwo fun. The blessing of iworiwo fun. So, to come back to the story of Tope Alabi using this terminology in a Christian music, oh my. Imagine me saying, praise the Lord, hallelujah, during Ifa worship or Ibo Ifa or something. That would be a disaster. It would be a chaotic situation for me and for people there. Because why would I do that? You have no business using Ifa wordings, terminologies, Ifa anything in the church. But there are still very foolish people in the world we live in now that will still find a way to defend what she's done. They will still find a way to twist the story to suit them. And then they start crying wolf. Isheshe people are always aggressive. Isheshe people are always complaining. Isheshe this, Isheshe that. Listen, gone are the days when we shut the hell up. No, that's not gonna bounce. Whatever you do, you better be ready because you'll be held accountable. You can't just do whatever you like now and expect to get away with murder. And I feel like a lot of people have this mentality where they expect, once you're a spiritualist, you have to be meek, you have to be gentle, you know, we can say whatever we like, do whatever we like, and there is no judgment, there is no accountability. Nobody's going to challenge us. No, just keep quiet. But if I said you work right, listen, don't play with me. Me especially, I'm speaking for myself now. I can be foul-mouthed. And if you come for me, I promise you I'll come for your ass. We will go toe to toe. So don't even think you can throw words around and expect me to take a line down. It's not going to bounce. It's just not going to happen. Because I'm a spiritualist does not mean I'm now suddenly a moron or I'm done. There's boundaries. There's certain things that you just can't do and expect people to keep quiet. You know? And all this silliness of trying to, you know, when they try this argument and it's not working, they try to use other means just to discredit you. Say things like, but, you know, the older babalawos, they don't say anything. It is you, baby Yanifas, you baby babalawos that are always yappy. You know what? I don't give a toss what you think. That is your problem. The elderly, you know, they are known to be very conservative, not because they are happy with the situation, but because they've just come to a place where, you know, they can't be bothered. They are not happy. They grumble to us. They are displeased with the things happening. But they just don't have the stamina to go and actually speak about this. So sometimes they'll just leave it be. And then when the younger people are agitating for correction of how things should be done, you say we're troublemakers. Listen, if you don't want people coming after you, then you better watch it. It's simple. Don't abuse anything that has to do with the Isheshe community. Do not terrorize us. Do not bully us. There are so many Muslims in the Nigerian community that harass Isheshe practitioners. Anything said about Islam, they practically come for your head. But then you can say whatever you like about Isheshe people and expect to get away. What do they call that thing? Get out of jail free card. It's not going to happen. Christians will expect to say and do whatever. Don't say anything. It's Yoruba language. It's my ancestors. Okay. You can't go to church and tell me that as a minister of God, this same Tope Alabi and Bukola Beckers have been found to consistently have the habit of using the Oriki. Oriki means praise name of Orishas in their music, using that same praise name for their Jesus Christ and their sky god. Take for instance, the one that I remember is Songiri Lagiri or Lagiri Kaka. That Oriki is specifically for Shango. Shango olukoso àyànràn iná àkàtà yẹ́rìyẹ́rì iná lójú iná lẹ́nu ara bá ń bí ọkọ yá. Songiri Lagiri or Lagiri Kaka. And so many other, praise name that he has. And then you say this in church and tell me that, oh, but it's just Yoruba language. It's just a praise name to Jesus, where he's not saying, they don't mean it the way you are seeing it. Just shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear your excuses. If you don't want people speaking, please don't use anything that has to do with the Isheshe community. There are so many examples. There are tons and tons of it. There are so many in their music. Those who know about Ifa, when you listen to Tope Alabi's music, Bukola Becker's music, you would find that these two women, I'm sure there are other people that do, but they are the ones that I have seen personally. That being said, I don't have anything against them. I actually like them. When I was still a Christian, I used to listen to these ladies from time to time. I still have nothing against them, but all I'm saying is that if you want to be a Christian, be a Christian. Stick to your Christian practice. If you want to be Isheshe practitioner, do that. You're welcome. All is welcome in the Isheshe community. Please come and join us, settle in. Feel free, but please do not use our terms if you're not going to be a practitioner. And when I say practitioner, you don't have to become a practicing Iyanifa or Babalao, because I think that's what people has come to understand as practicing. There are loads of people, elites within the Isheshe community, who don't necessarily raise a banner that I'm a practitioner in the Isheshe community, but they are well-to-do people. People you know, people in the news every day, people on social media, the so-called business mogul here and there. There are tons and tons of them. I dare say more than you think. All I'm saying is, if you want to use our terms, then you have to join. If not, stay away from it. Else you keep getting bashed over and over and over again. That's how it is. But anyway, I would rest the case here. I believe I've made my point, and so I'll see you another time. Do have a wonderful day. Enjoy the rest of your week, and make sure to come back to this channel. Also, click the notification button so that whenever I post, you get to see it first.